Well, the really serious thing is the fact that the policy is flawed. It has been known to be flawed for some time now, but the leadership of the Chinese Communist Party, and of course Xi Jinping himself, has been overconfident about keeping the policy going, and also, I think, unsure and unwilling to risk stopping it, because if they change the policy now suddenly, I think the damage and the consequences would be even worse. It would be really chaotic, because I think that the spread of COVID will be just absolutely unprecedented. So I think the question is that he's up against not wanting to officially admit that the policy has been wrong for quite a while, and that he cannot immediately change the policy. I suspect that what he's doing now is to stay with the policy, but in fact make considerable adjustments locally to make sure that at least at every local city or county town, or even in the countryside, that the chaotic conditions will end. Underlying it all, of course, was the fact that the lockdown was not just simply limiting people's freedom of movement and probably problems of convenient living and so on in the cities, but I think the problem is that the overall effect of the lockdown has been the consequences on the economy. I think there's adequate evidence to show that is very serious.
Oh, absolutely. And we talk about the statistics every day in terms of data. But, Professor, if you are expecting minor, small, incremental changes in loosening on the part of the government, on the part of Xi Jinping, my question to you is that going to be fast enough and enough in absolute terms for all these angry people in at least a dozen major cities, including, I have to know, a lot of young students on university campuses?
I don't know how he would do it, but I think it will. My personal assessment is that it cannot be fast enough to satisfy the people who are very, very unhappy right now. But he has no alternative, because if he changes too fast, I think the consequences will be even more disastrous, as I see it. Because the fact is that there are so many people who have not been properly vaccinated, particularly the older people. And if you let it go now, if you just open up, the effect on the population, we think, would be even more frightening to people. I think this is his dilemma. He's really caught in a very difficult decision now. I think he will try to make some changes. I think my own estimate is that it will not be fast enough, but he has no choice.